Listen, we are back. Make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. Thank you. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New. And honey, I am back in the building. Listen, this time, honey, I am back for a recap of Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 16, episode 10. The episode starts out with Kelly and her daughters. Honey, the one said that Kelly can't even cook. Kelly is trying to move out of her townhouse. I think she said they were rewarded the house, I guess from the ex-husband. So hopefully, she will be moving. The one daughter felt a way about her grades, and then she said that her father is really hard on her. I believe it was the oldest one. And Kelly says that her and her firstborn's father, they are like really cool, like brother, sister. I can dig it, because after you've been co-parenting with somebody with some sense, not a damn nightmare, it can be friendly and platonic. So I love that for her. And I wish her well, honey, on that second ex-husband's with a S, because he about 2-3 people. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying, listen, that's a whole lot of nigga, Kelly. And you so small, that nigga was squishing her child a mess. It wouldn't have been me. Okay, you that damn big, all we can do is go eat together. Okay, next we got Shamea and her struggling ass fashions. Honey, what the hell? That shit don't go. I see some issues with her and Porsha and their friendship. Both of them have came together to meet with Ralph, Drew's estranged husband that's in the basement, child. Drew, I told you, if it were me, honey, I would make it so uncomfortable for him. His ass would want to move after dealing with me, child. Little Home Alone 1 and 2 on that ass. Little bit of problem, child. Honey, go watch the movies, honey, and make sure the kids are not at home, and then you have fun, okay? But, yeah, I noticed in Porsha and Shamea's relationship, both of them are incomplete packages of each other. And what I mean is, I see that Shamea seems like, well, hell, she has been with her husband for a long time. Porsha can never get with or keep anybody. Her, relationships and marriages are very transactional. They're very superficial. You always want to take a look at that, because that is a sign you're dealing with a narcissist. And I kind of feel like I see Shamea's heart a little bit more, like she cares for people. But Shamea, you need to stop sacrificing yourself, because you're doing it with Gerald so that you could give him a baby boy because you feel like he deserves it. What about what you want? Maybe you don't want another child. What if something happens with that child? You need to learn to think about yourself, because at the end of the day, Shamea, we all teach people how to treat us. And if you don't put yourself first, then they damn sure will put you last. So that is what has happened with Porsha. You have helped Porsha along the way to, treat you any kind of way. You've taught her that over the years. She showed you who she was when she was over here with Phaedra season 9. And, taking everything that Phaedra said as gospel about you allegedly sleeping with Candy and Todd. So for your good friend, because I see both of y'all keep being hung up on the fact that y'all were childhood friends. It's not about how long you have been friends with people. It's about how they are treating you while you are in that relationship. And this girl, she couldn't even give you props when you were singing. I want y'all to pay attention to some key points. This girl, Porsha, I'm talking about, was not at Shamea's wedding. we got some excuse on the show a long time ago about, oh, she had got sick, she almost fainted, she can't travel that far, and like she made it look like she couldn't go to Shamea's wedding because of a health issue, but it turns out they had just fell out. So now, it's like she's a liar. She is a liar, right? She has a history of lying. So now the story has changed once again so she could get out of accountability, because she seems very allergic to that. I also remember hearing that it was mainly Candy that vouched to have you, Shamea, on the show. It wasn't really Porsha. But then again, Porsha did have a point when she said your husband don't want to film. And if your husband don't want to film, it's not really, going to work out for you on Real Housewives of Atlanta, because in the history of Real Housewives of Atlanta, the husbands have filmed, from Apollo, Peter, Greg, Todd, like they all have given of themselves, and Gerald is not willing to do that. We're just kind of seeing Shamea with the girls. We're not really getting married life and how y'all wake up with each other and go to bed, or the days y'all may be mad at each other. We're not really getting a real relationship. Okay, let's have a real conversation. And then on the opposite side, Porsha is more or less the glamour girl. I don't believe her money is like Shamea's, but she looks better than Shamea as far as her hairstyles, her makeup, her clothes, her outfits, like her nails be on point. You know what I'm saying? So Porsha gives you more of that glamour, and they both have what the other needs. Like, you've been around Porsha all them years, bitch, and you can't dress and put some shit together. So it's just I don't know. I feel like with Shamea, there may be some type of low self-esteem. I know y'all like, girl, you don't know her to know that, but whenever you see people playing small, you guys, and just getting the crumbs that people leave over from these friendships, and then all this people pleasing with the husband, and you out here sacrificing your damn life just to give this man a baby, it's like you're deep down inside, you don't feel like you are worthy. So that is why you are doing, what you are doing. We all do things for certain reasons, and to me, that's what it's giving. I felt like this was messy as hell for both her and Porsha to meet with Ralph, but Porsha is petty. She did it as, to get back on Drew, okay? That way Drew can hear that she been out with her husband. Shamea claims, she just invited Porsha, that way people don't be thinking that her and Ralph got something going on. They're meeting alone. It is very interesting. I just got done watching Basketball Wives, and Ty is being accused by Ming Lee for allegedly messing around with Drew. So, and then you got Ralph telling Porsha and Shamea that Drew cheated on him with Ty. But Ralph, nigga, you disappeared for 2 and 3 days. I want y'all to see how these niggas is set up. Okay? Because they really do act in a way, and I know I have talked to several, just talking to them. They feel like they could treat their wife or their girlfriend any type of way, and she's supposed to be loyal. And I told y'all, I highly disagree with that. Never be super loyal to a man that is stepping out, to a man that's disappearing on you. He doing that shit, you got 1 or 2 choices. And y'all know what I say. If you stay, you might as well play. So start fucking with his head too. Start coming back home with some alcohol on your damn breath. Get your roster up. You need about at least 3 good niggas. Somebody to shop with. Okay, somebody like to spend money. Take you out to dinner, casino, whatever the hell you like to do. Just spread them niggas out. He got back up. You make sure you got back up. But don't be in these relationships where you are subjugating and sacrificing your wants and needs, feelings and emotions, and you're so loyal to him, because this is where you ladies mess up. Then you want to do the he's been cheating. he been cheating because you knew he was cheating, and you also still decided to be faithful and loyal to him. You decided to stay with him. And that's the mistake that women make, is they stay and then they let him have the upper hand. Hell no, you don't let him have the upper hand. You let him think he got the upper hand, but shit, you be doing your own damn thing. I'm telling you. That's how you do they ass. And then they'll start to calm that shit down and get all jealous and worried. Who was Freddie? Freddie was the nigga that changed my goddamn tire when you was at work, nigga. Okay? Who was that cutting the grass? That was Brian. Brian was here cutting the grass because when I called you to do it, okay, you wouldn't do it, okay? And then if you're really good, you have him buy something for the kids. Okay, look at these toys that I remember I told my child's father, I said, look at what my daughter's stepfather bought for her. He done bought her this and gave her money, and Jordan's he about goddamn near exploded. Now, did he want to do all that shit for his own daughter? No, but it bothers them when another nigga does what they are supposed to be doing. So always play that card, okay? Honey, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to these niggas, okay? I done had a plenty. So Shamea tells Ralph that her children are doing really good. Shiloh hasn't had a surgery in a while. Ralph says it's been a journey. Yeah, nigga, you've been over there on a journey too, over there with Drew. So Ralph is coming up with a podcast called Kings and Queens. I guess in the past he did some stuff with Todd and Ross. I don't know why they entertained this narcissistic ninja, honey. I would not want my nigga hanging around with him, okay? Family Feud meets Battle of the Sexes. So we find out that just like Marceau and Latifah, Ralph and Drew had a rushed romance, okay? Proposed at 3 months. Married at 5 months, had a baby 6 months, rushed, narcissists, rush, they rush relationships. Okay, that's why it's very important to stop falling in love. You should ease into love. Love takes time to be proven. When you rush with a man, then he's going to be all nice and play in your face. And you know what I'm saying? He gonna love bomb you, basically. Okay? And he'll be doing little shit. You won't catch it because you didn't do your due diligence and you didn't take the time to get to know him. So that's why they are having the issues that they are having now. Too many women are caught up with the fantasy of a marriage. They feel like marriage is going to change things. Men look forward to women wanting to be married. That way you can have that special day. And that day, that wedding day, y'all need to stop getting carried away with that. Start thinking about married life up front. Okay, start doing your homework about who and what you will be dealing with. And there will be some surprise. Okay, there will be. Because they always switch up about the 5th year. 5th and the 7th year. And then pay attention to year 10 too. Okay? Child is ghetto ass phone. Just ghetto. Hood, honey. She was pregnant at 8 months. Way too fast. And Drew has that like dreamy personality, willing to adapt to everything. And we were just so in love and we're just gonna spend for... That shit don't work with me, nigga. Okay? So, yeah. Ralph says who Drew is becoming, he doesn't like. Even the situation with Dennis and her and Porsha. Once again, it's just like, you don't have a dog in the fight, nigga, because you be dogging your wife. Why would she be loyal to you? I do agree that she should have talked with Porsha about filming with Dennis, but it did show. She did show the receipt. She tried, and Porsha kept putting her off, didn't want to deal with it, and she want Dennis all to herself, and okay, another narcissist, her and Ralph. And I say that they both got a dose of their own medicine, and they didn't like it. Dennis reached out to Ralph to get his blessing. Ralph asked Shamea, is Drew still working for Porsha with the whole hair thing? Shamea says she doesn't think that she's still working with Porsha. That may be a blessing. Because with a bitch like Porsha that's all about herself, you need to leave her by herself. Porsha came in looking good. I loved her hair and I loved the dress. What the hell Shamea have on? And then what was going on Shamea in the confessional? God damn, didn't you get any tips for Porsha? And the fact that Porsha says that this isn't tit for tat, girl, it is tit for tat. You sitting with this woman's husband to get a rise out of her the same way Dennis was able to get a rise out of you with him, working with Drew. Porsha gets to telling Ralph that Drew talked about your child. No, she didn't. How is what she said bad? Oh, she'll make enough money to send the girl to college. So what? She said, at least I'll be able to buy snacks. She was making a joke and making a point that her and Dennis working together would be beneficial for y'all's child. Like, girl, what is the problem? At least she's thinking about somebody other than herself, unlike you, who only think about themselves. So, child, goodbye. Honey, this damn phone is getting on my nerves. So next we have Angela and Kelly. Angela takes Kelly around to look at one of her properties. She's about $2 million in debt. Ooh, girl, you gotta fix up the properties, honey, and get them sold. I love the dress that Angela had on. Kelly complimented Angela, and I noticed she was like trying to clear it up. And Kelly, you wouldn't have to clear it up if you would stop acting fake when your friends are around. Okay? I don't like that about Kelly. I feel like when she gets with Britt and the other ladies, like if Porsha is around, she tries to clown Angela. And that's why Angela don't take her ass seriously. So Angela confronts Kelly about acting as if she knows something about her marriage. So Angela clears up the whole rumor thing about Charles having a baby on her. She says it was actually her first daughter's father that did that. Angela says there were groupies. Kelly asks, was Charles cheating? Angela says there has been instances of infidelity. It was around the time of Madison Square Gardens. The public humiliation, ego bruise. She says she's not making excuses for him. You are. He still shouldn't have did what he did, but you all have been able to get past it. Angela says that they did take a break. One thing I do appreciate with her is her honesty. I just feel like the other women on the show are not like being completely honest about the marriages that they are in. So Angela asks Kelly, has she heard from Shamea? Angela tells Kelly that her and Shamea have had private conversations in regards to Porsha. Kelly is like, really? Yeah. And I didn't like that Kelly accused Angela of trying to get in the middle of Porsha and Shamea. I don't think that that's what she was trying to do this whole episode. I think she was trying to push Shamea into confronting Porsha about how she really feels about their friendship instead of maintaining this superficial on the surface, like everything is all good. And no, tell your friend. I feel like Shamea is very passive aggressive, and she has helped and contributed to the demise of this friendship with Porsha, because she gives me she's not willing to keep her friend honest, and she's just too afraid of how she's going to react. Porsha ended up acting very manipulative, not taking any accountability, child. It's a mess. So after Angela and Shamea, I'm trying to get the names out, honey. After they listened to Shamea's new single, that's when all this stuff came out. And this was around the time when Shamea played the single for Porsha, and Porsha accused Shamea of being Drew. That's not her. And see, all of that's subtle hating. That's, I can't be supportive of you. Okay, I'm in a competition with you and I keep losing, okay, because I can't maintain, what you have, because I'm a fake ass person, okay, with a Delilah spirit, honey. Angela tells Kelly that it really hurt Shamea that Porsha didn't come to her wedding. Yeah, stuff like that, not showing up when it's the most important day of your life. That's showing you the type of friend that you have, and you need to do the last 3 letters of the word friend. You need to end that friendship because you are not getting a return on your investment. Same thing with men. If they are not respecting you, being kind to you, trying to work through issues, you have to end that. You have to end female friendships as well. I think Shamea feels like because her and Porsha have been cool for so long that the longevity of the friendship is pretty much what she pays attention to, not the quality, right? The quantity of the years that they have been together. But you have to think about the quality of the relationship, because if you're sharing more about Porsha with Angela than you are with Porsha, then you are a part of the problem as well. Angela says that she told Shamea that she is going to have to confront all of this and have a conversation with Porsha. Kelly says if that's really your best friend, you should be able to talk about everything. And it's interesting, her and Britt, they getting ready to fall out, and her and Shamea will be getting closer. Phaedra has came back to the show, and we know that Porsha will choose Phaedra over her. She'll even choose Cynthia over her. And that's how Shamea feels. She's jealous of those relationships that Porsha has, because Porsha has put them more on a pedestal than her. Angela says that Shamea doesn't want to be seen as just Porsha's sidekick. Well, that's what you are. You have agreed to that. You've been playing small in this relationship. You've been bowing down. You've been acquiescing, letting Porsha, have it her way. I think Diane, Porsha's mom, does that. And, Porsha pays for it later. And she needs to change. She needs to change her ways. But I would end my relationship with Porsha if I was Shamea. Because all of this is a big red flag that you are in a toxic friendship. It's kind of like when you with a man and you end up telling another man more than what you told the person you in a relationship with. Like, those are signs, symptoms, and warnings and red flags that maybe you should, get out of that relationship with that man. Next, we got Britt and her husband. They are annoying as hell. They is giving me brother and sister. There is nothing romantic about them. They're not interesting. I don't feel like I'm looking at a real couple. I hope she's not asked back next season. Hopefully Kenya can come back. I can't believe I'm saying that, but child, run away from me with this, because I'm not believing this relationship. Britt tells her husband that her and Angela got into it bad at Cynthia's Bailey Q. Yeah, Angela cussed your ass out. You wasn't expecting it. Britt tells her husband her tired reads against Angela that nobody knew that Charles was married to her and her husband had a baby on her. Girl, bye. That ain't even the truth. So, girl, I don't even know why you and your husband are even married. There's no chemistry. Y'all get brother sister tease. Like, he look like he like the other team, honey. And hey, that's okay. Okay? Ugh, I cannot stand her husband. He tells Britt, well, you're not the one that brought it, um, that made it, difficult between you and her. And your wife needs to be held accountable and responsible for her actions. If you are not going to keep her honest, then what are you doing on the damn screen? You just perpetuating her bullshit. She is not a victim with this situation with Kenya. They both should have been dealt with. She's not a victim when it comes to Angela. She gonna learn to keep her damn mouth closed because it's always something in it. Okay, what did Kenya say? You need to keep your mouth shut, Porsha. You don't even know what you're saying if it's not a D in it, child. That damn, honey, that Miss Kenya Moore, honey. Yes, classy, bougie, ratchet, child. Oh my God. So, Britt's husband is gonna meet up with her sister. He talking about he didn't grew up and I'm bored. Let's get to the next thing, honey. I'm sick of both of them. Both of them. So Angela sets up to meet up with Porsha at her rental property. They're going to play tennis. She says she don't trust her on her property since she says she'll fuck her husband. And she is willing to take Porsha at her word, honey. Because Porsha, honey, pass the pussy around, honey. Okay, like it's a collection play. Y'all know that she really mean what she say. After all, she ended up stealing Fallon's husband, honey. I know some of y'all gonna be like, oh, she didn't steal the lady husband. Well, she walked in that lady house and walked out with her man. Okay, a mess. I like Porsha's little outfit she had on. I thought their little game of tennis was cute. They get to talking about Angela's daughter ended up married. The daughter says she's a helicopter parent, and that's why she didn't tell her. I wish Shamea would tell me some shit like that. I would really become a damn helicopter parent. Okay, girl, Angela, your daughter is manipulative as hell. So Porsha invites Angela to her Pampered by Porsha event. Now, what happened to Porsha's cousin, Lundy? Did she pass, you guys? She was in a little clip for putting the event together. So Angela asks Porsha, is there a conversation that could be had with you and Drew? That way you guys can work things out. Porsha tells Angela that she went to dinner with Shamea and Ralph was there. Angela accuses Porsha of being sneaky. I agree. She did it on some tit for tat shit. She tried to play it off like she didn't. Porsha tells Angela that Drew sent Dennis a text trying to sleep with him. I don't get that from Drew. Drew is a beautiful woman. She ain't got to beg Dennis to sleep with her. She ain't got to pay him to sleep with her. Nigga, he would do it for free. He was fucking around on you when you got pregnant by him. Okay? You go get enough of giving that pussy away on the first day. I mean, I'm just saying. Listen. And remember, you said you don't care anyway. So why you even bringing it up to Angela? Angela, she calls, Porsha's bullshit out. Like, she already know what time it is. And I love it. So Angela tells Porsha she can still assist them in getting back together. I wouldn't assist anybody in being Porsha's friend. I don't like that Porsha keeps insisting that Drew talked about Pilar. She didn't. She said she could help her out. Shit, Drew, send Shamea some of that money for college, honey. We will happily take it. Porsha is the type of person where she likes to play victim because she doesn't want to be accountable. Just like with Angela telling Porsha how Shamea really feels about their friendship, she took it and made it about her instead of saying, oh, I'm sorry, Shamea feel that way. Like, dang, I'm sorry I made her feel like that. But no, you end up crying and making it about you and how you just feel bad. That's why you got to saying later on, yeah, I'm just such a fucking asshole. People like that, you guys, that don't want to accept your feelings. That's why Shamea was so hesitant to tell Porsha how she really felt, because she knew it wasn't going to be taken well, because Porsha only wants to hear from you if you up her ass or telling her something superficial about herself. Okay? That's all she want to hear. She don't want to hear your real, genuine feelings, your vulnerability about how you make her, how she makes you feel bad. She don't want to hear that. Okay, I've had people in my life like that, and I got rid of them. So Angela tells Porsha that Shamea told her she doesn't want to be looked at as her lapdog. Porsha starts crying, like I said, making it about her instead of feeling bad about Shamea. Girl, put that damn fan down. You ain't crying. So Porsha abruptly leaves. Okay, so we have Drew. And she tells one of the producers that her and Ralph can't tell the kids that they are getting a divorce. It's in the court order. Can't they freaking figure it out? Just dumb, just dysfunctional, just a mess. Drew talks to her life coach, talking about it's been a lot going on with Ralph still being in the house. So Drew tells Dr. Ken that Angela told her that Shamea and Porsha met with Ralph at dinner. Angela tells her that he wanted them to be on his podcast. Drew asks as if she didn't know nothing about it. Kelly says, you are married to him. And Drew says, I don't know what that man does in the basement. See, that's the problem. You need to get that nigga up out that basement. And who gives a damn? Like, when a nigga is showing you his ass, he's being difficult, he's deceptive, he's disrespecting you. Who gives a damn about what he's doing and who he's doing it with? He's not your man no more. Your man. You don't want him. He's trash. Drew tells Dr. Ken that Porsha told Angela that Dennis sent her a text message trying to sleep with him. This is all in an effort for her not to pay for, the services that Dennis is providing while working on the music. Like I told y'all, if Drew is beautiful, just as beautiful, if not more, than Porsha. Because I noticed she don't need all that makeup the way Porsha do. Porsha look like a completely different person. And guess what? If Dennis wanted to tap that, it would be up to Drew. But if he wanted you, he would want her. So I don't think that Drew would want to sleep with Dennis. She can work with anybody. She's been in the business for a while. I would get the hell away from Dennis. I think Dennis had mentioned she had fired him anyway. So yeah, it's best to sever ties, honey, because it's just too much drama. Dr. Ken tells Drew, you don't have anything going on with Dennis, but you can't control what anybody says either. So next we are at Porsha's Pampered by Porsha event. We saw Lundy at the door. The girls are going to come in and get something to drink, get a robe. I love what Porsha had on, the white. She looked really good. We see Britt and Kelly. They get to talking about how Britt's husband went and met up with her sister and they squashed things and worked things out. And she's looking forward to getting close with her sister again. Snooze fest. We're bored. Baby, that man handing out them drinks, he cute as hell, honey. Okay, shit. Miss Robinson trying to hold something. It's almost summertime. Maybe we trying to hold something this summer. And that's all right, honey. Cute as hell. Nice smile. I like the braids, honey. Ooh, yeah, I like him. Me likey. So Porsha has the ladies take pictures of them being in their lingerie. Drew said her go naked hair contract was terminated, honey. She said she ain't trying to work for Pampered by Porsha, so she was wondering why Porsha had them taking all them pictures, honey. I was cracking up. So Shamea, as they're taking pictures, she goes to stand by Porsha to take pictures. Girl, phony, fake. See, that's what I'm saying, Shamea. You are participating in this. You are hiding your true feelings from this woman. And you admitted that you are a people pleaser. But being a people pleaser is nothing to be proud of, because you're not going to get your needs and your feelings met. And that's why Porsha, she's not used to honoring your feelings. That's why she's not doing it now. So she plays along with you, okay? And it was Shamea that ended up saying that Porsha didn't even like her. So why are you friends with somebody that you know don't see it for you like that? I think that Shamea is not glamorous enough for her. She's not the it girl, the next step. She feel like she got money, but Porsha feels like she's more of the big dog out of the two of them. She's the star, right? Child, what the hell did Porsha have on in that confessional and that ponytail and headband, child? A mess. So Kelly tells Shamea that she was disturbed by what Drew said about her. Drew accused Shamea of being Porsha's lapdog. She is, okay? Like, damn. Shamea says, okay, so she's still carrying on with that narrative. That narrative is actually true. You're the one that doesn't want to confront that. And if you don't confront it, you can't change it. So Kelly tells Shamea that Angela told her that Porsha was in tears about her. Shamea says she's hurt by Porsha talking about her to Angela, but hell, you was talking to Angela about Porsha. So it's just like, make it make sense. So Lauren and some other young ladies, they get to having the ladies lay down, do some meditation exercises, my type of thing. We see Shamea, she's sitting up, she's unable to relax and be fully in the moment like the rest of the ladies. So Kelly goes over to Shamea and says, you are not meditating. So Porsha sits up and she's looking at Shamea and Kelly. So Porsha shushes Kelly and Shamea. Kelly tells Shamea to tell Porsha her real feelings. I don't like how Kelly is trying to accuse Angela of doing something wrong. She's just trying to bring clarity to both Porsha and Shamea about the real friendship that they are in. Not this fake on the surface superficial one where they both get married to African guys and go shopping all day. No, the real deal, Holyfield. So Angela gets to telling Porsha she had a good time with her the other day, and Porsha was like, yeah, I hope we are moving forward, into having a good friendship. Kelly makes a little speech saying she admires both Porsha and Shamea's friendship and she wants them to confront the issues in their friendship. Now, why is it okay for you to bring it up, but it was an issue when Angela was talking to both the women? Do y'all feel like Angela was being messy? I don't. I think Angela is a lot like me. She confronts things head on. She's grown. She ain't got time for this bullshit, this little junior high game that Porsha and Shamea like to play. But y'all let me know how y'all feel. Because a lot of people online, I noticed they are accusing Angela of being messy, talking to both Porsha and Shamea, right? Kelly mentions that some of the girls feel like Porsha doesn't allow Shamea to shine and be, her best self. Porsha says she receives what Kelly is saying. Porsha says, I hate that she feels like that. See, it's starting off wrong. Denial. Then you got Shamea, more denial. See, they are used to being stagnant in their friendship. And this is how they got to this place. Because neither one of them wants to confront the other on the dysfunctional parts of their relationship. Okay? You do feel a way, Shamea. Stop acting like you don't. Or you wouldn't have confided in Angela about Porsha if you didn't feel away. Porsha tells Shamea that her and Angela spoke the other day. And basically, and I don't like how Porsha said it because she's such a liar. She's willing to misconstrue people's words so that she can be the victim. So basically she says, like in a little 5-year-old way, well, basically I'm a bad friend and then, Shamea is a good friend. Remember though, it was Nene that said that Porsha was a bad friend a long time ago. Porsha says it makes her feel like a piece of shit. You are not taking any accountability for this woman's feelings and how you don't show up for her. You didn't want to support her song. You wasn't at the wedding. You making excuses for why you wasn't at one of the most important days of her life. Shamea says that Porsha chose to hear Angela loud and clear, but she can't hear her when she speaks. Well, you're not speaking to her. You're speaking to other people about her. Okay? When somebody really want to speak to you, they will speak to you. When they want attention about something, they will speak with others about you. Remember that. Child, they both shut down. That was the episode. Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next